Even though the superhero Plutonian was the most beloved person on Earth, with billions of people from every country screaming his name, governments calling him their greatest ally, and children growing up wanting to be just like him, the Plutonian's virtually unlimited powers meant that he could actually hear basically everything and everyone on the planet, from the faintest whispers and heartbeats to literally the thoughts of the entire population, including those who hated him, no matter how many people he saved. But before becoming the greatest hero on Earth, Tony was just a happy and affectionate baby who was placed in the arms of an adoptive mother with mental illness. And after Tony's own mother tried to kill him and quickly realized he couldn't die like any normal human, the woman simply took her own life, abandoning Tony alone before he had even learned to talk. Tony then went through several foster homes over the years, but as he watched family after family give up and run from him, not knowing how to handle a superpowered child, it was after yet another adoptive mother of his passed away with Tony, arriving too late to stop it, that he basically decided to leave the past behind entirely and reset everything, becoming the great hero Plutonian to maybe finally be truly loved. The Plutonian then set out to be the greatest hero in the world, and even though he always did his best to ignore the parts of the crowds that didn't trust him and called Tony a fraud, that still wasn't the only struggle he faced, since he always felt like he could never truly get close to anyone. Like the time his own girlfriend ran to a news station to expose him the very first moment he trusted her, revealing his identity. And after one day, the Plutonian saved a man from some pirates, but instead of being thanked, the man just screamed at Tony about the bullet holes that had been shot through his boat. The Plutonian just decided to fly up into space at full speed to get a few minutes of silence, only for while he was gone, an alien technology he had handed over to a scientist trying to help humanity to be accidentally released into the population and end up killing dozens of children throughout an entire city, melting the flesh off their bodies and leaving only their skeletons moving, while the rest of the population screamed in desperation. Tony then eventually realizes what happened too late, and when his partner finds out the truth and goes to confront the Plutonian face to face, Tony just decides to lie about what he did and deny everything. The second his partner says he was going to have to tell the others, the Plutonian completely snapped and simply burned his ex-partner's brain with his heat vision, marking the death of whatever shred of humanity Tony had left. The Plutonian then launched an attack and reduced his city to ashes, hunted down other former teammates, killed his ex-best friend, and then went to his house to kill his family too. And for every government ambassador who smiled to his face but was terrified of him in their thoughts, the Plutonians sank their entire country into the ocean, and just for fun, forced their population to choose only 10 survivors to keep alive, all to pay back in kind every bit of rejection and hatred he had received since childhood, becoming exactly the monster that the humanity around him had deep down never stopped seeing him as.